Welcome to Just Us Bees. We're three lifelong friends who've been talking nonsense for years. Finally decided to put Mike in front of us. Here, we break down everything from music, movies, and TV to sports and the latest in pop culture with just the right mix of hot takes, humor, and some good old-fashioned banter. If you love a great debate, random deep dives, and unfiltered fun, you're in the right place. So grab a seat, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. This is Just Us Bees.
Oh man,
What's up?
I just
Did
can you hear me, right?
Yeah. Did you have any drinkies?
Yeah. No, it was so boring. That was like 5 minutes. I was sitting there watching shoes scroll. So boring.
Oh, I didn't even. I didn't hear the noise in my
I
ear. My
know.
bad.
I
How rude
have a
of me.
video that I filmed of me watching you. I'll send it after. I was like, this is
Jesus Christ.
terribly boring.
That could be one of the hot takes since Danny's not making them anymore.
Oh Jesus! Episode 9.
Yeah.
He's
Episode
just not-
9?
He doesn't
Episode
have,
9.
he doesn't have any time
is-
in between his hour and 40-minute sleep token videos to record 3-minute shorts.
You know what's really funny, Molly? Did Molly tell you that we like met yesterday?
Like over the internet?
Yeah. Wait, she did not mention that we
She
like
did
had
not
a meeting.
mention that,
We,
no.
we had like a meeting together.
About like her branding and stuff like that.
Yeah, her YouTube thing. Yeah.
She told me she was going to, but she didn't tell me like that you met yesterday.
Oh yeah, we met. Yeah. I taught her some AI stuff so she can like
Awesome.
enhance her content and stuff. Yeah.
I'm eager.
And I told her I'd critique her videos. Her videos are good. She's really good.
Yeah, I know they're
She
amazing.
sounds like she's like an executive, like a professional executive. Like that's how she comes off, the way she communicates.
Yeah.
And you can't tell that it's scripted because she like showed me her script.
Yeah.
Like I know if I was reading a script, like you could tell that I'm reading something. Like it
She
would
got,
sound
she
natural.
got better at that. Like she used to like blatantly read from the page
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah.
But
No,
then
she's nailing it. It's great.
she's getting good.
Yeah. Tom, what's new, bud?
Hey, bees.
Hey, did you like the Knicks game yesterday?
Oh, shit. So I was out having drinkies, and yeah, it was so bad. It was so depressing, dude. God damn it.
I didn't watch
Yeah,
it.
that was
I'm assuming they got killed.
No.
No, it's even worse. They were up by 14 points with less than 3 minutes left. So that's the record of that happening, right? That scenario is like
losing the game.
967 to 0. You win every time out of 1,000 times.
And they lost.
Yeah.
It's
It went to
and they
OT
lost.
and they lost in OT. Yeah.
It was wild.
You know
It
what's
was so
crazy?
bad.
On the topic of that, so Christina, before this, it was the last game of the season. She was like, "We're going to a Heat game," and I was like, "I'll only go if it's like a day game because I'm not going to Miami late at night to then have to drive 2 hours home and get home after midnight. That's crazy."
Yeah.
So we went to a day game and watching the game. What I like about basketball games, watching it goes fast. It's not like a 4-hour event. Like it's really not that
Yep.
long.
Yep.
And the crowd's obviously getting into it and stuff like that. They raced babies at the halftime. I don't think that's what it's called, but they raced babies. I thought that was crazy.
What do you mean? Like they
Oh,
had
they're
two babies
crawling?
They
crawling
had
on the ground?
they had parents bring their infants and race, and the
Like-
stadium is screaming, and these babies are crying like dramatically.
Oh
my
like we have it on.
Like the
like-
puppy bowl with humans?
Yes, these are infants. Like no. You know how like when kids go to
That's so
stadium,
weird.
they put the earmuffs on them because it's so loud.
Yeah.
The stadium is screaming, and the kids are like it was like traumatic. Like
And
you
they
could
have,
see the looks
they have
on their
no
face.
headphones on?
No headphones on, just racing babies.
Oh, these parents hate
Yeah, the parents are dangling keys in their phone, like trying to get them to crawl. It was insane. Anyway,
That's wild.
we left the game. There was 8 seconds left in the game, and the Heat was up by 5. And we're like, okay, game's over. We left, and then Wesley texted Christina, and he was like said something like about them losing, and we're like, losing, and then we looked it up. They lost. In fucking
Crazy.
Yeah, 8 seconds.
I don't
They
get
lost in
it.
8 seconds.
I don't get it. I don't
Yeah.
get it.
No, they were up by 4. Team scored a 3. The inbound, the Heat botched the inbound, grabbed the ball, 2 points, game over.
So
Yep.
what what game was last night in the series for the Knicks?
The
Game
first
1.
game.
First game?
Of like the
It's
their
not-
Of the
semifinals.
semifinals.
Is tonight game 2, or do they travel after the first game?
No, they stay, but basketball's like demanding, so they give them off games in between
Yeah.
Okay.
or
Alright.
off days. Yeah. Yo, but
Yeah,
speaking of length of games, so baseball, like, so they sometimes change rules, just like every sport, right? And like
Yeah.
people are so against. Baseball has purists, I think, more than other sports, so people are often against things. And they did a pitch clock, which was a really non-purist thing to do, like changing the game, and everyone hated it. And then it went into effect, and the games are 3 hours or less, where baseball used to be 4 hours, 4.5. And like Michael and I just went to a game this past Friday, and it was just quick. Like we were home, we were like on the train at 11. Like in the game, or less, way less.
Yeah, the day, and especially like the aftermath and everything, like felt longer than the game. Commuting.
You mean like the prep and the after? Yeah,
getting there felt longer than the game. The pregame felt like it lasted longer. Than
Are you
the
saying
game.
that like that's a bad thing?
No, I'm saying it was like it just like went by so fast. I don't even know what's happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember a couple times Tom going like, yeah, like fucking.
Dude, I remember because this was when Papa was still alive. We went to a game because we would go to games all the time. And I don't know if I went to David Wells' Perfect Game. Don't know if you guys know that, but I was at that game.
I did not know that.
Crazy. Yeah. We went, a side story. We went, I would look at this, you know how like at the games, like they'll give things away as like part of when you go to the game, like when you enter the park, they give you things.
Yeah, if it's like it
was during my era where I was collecting Beanie Babies and they were giving away a Beanie Baby. And I was like, I want to go to that game. So that's why we bought tickets to that game. Yeah. Beanie Baby Daddy. So they gave a bit. I think my mom does. I don't know. But I do have the Perfect Game tickets though.
Sick. Yeah, that's so. But I just
remember
picked the game
for a Beanie Baby. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of kids were there for that reason. Like I remember other people went, and it just happened to be the perfect game, which is crazy.
Yeah, but another game we went to was a doubleheader, so we were going to be there for 2 games. The first game went 17 innings.
Oh my God.
We were there for like 6, and then we were like, nope, not staying for the second one.
And don't 17 innings, dude. Don't they in overtime they play the I don't know if it was a college rule or what, but like don't they start on second base now?
Yeah, so that's the other thing that shortens game. Yeah, so they in extra innings in the MLB now in the 10th inning, they'll start. There's a runner on second base, so now extra innings don't go that long. I think it's like the last out.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Was that a college thing?
I guess the review thing.
It was a COVID thing, I think.
COVID thing, right? Yeah.
I guess the review, the challenge thing is a non-purist baseball thing too.
So I forget. Yeah, that's also, but you can't do it on balls and strikes. Yeah, that's the next thing to happen is they're gonna have strike zone that's automatic, and then the umpires just become actors because they get the call in their ear, and then they do like strike or whatever. It's gonna be like the more animated, probably the better. So they're not umps anymore; they're just like actors.
Dude, it's like Savannah Bananas at that point. Dude,
Speaking of actors and performers, I went to see the Book of Mormon for my birthday with Molly. It's
you told me that.
It's unreal good. Like
I don't know anything about that story. Can you?
I can tell you what the story is now because I didn't know anything about it either. I just
who wrote it, right?
Yes, I know. Matt Stone and Trey Parker wrote it from Creative South Park. I knew that. I knew that.
Iconic.
And I knew it was about Mormons. Like, first of all, these guys are set for life. I mean, they already were, but like. Yeah, South Park is still going on. And the more political things get, the better their show gets.
Yeah,
I don't watch it anymore, but I just imagine how funny it probably is with everything going on.
Yeah, there's probably so much material. Yeah,
but like, and then you accidentally write a fucking award-winning play that's been going on for 14 years now.
Yeah, like 15 years. Yeah,
it's crazy. But the premise is essentially it's about like their take on like what Mormonism is and like how it started when didn't real.
Is Joseph Smith in it?
Joseph Smith
is the creator of the religion.
No, that's Ron L. Hubbard, I think.
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Scientology. My bad.
No, the first Mormon's name was I forget who it was.
Joseph Smith.
Maybe yeah. I don't remember that particular thing.
I get TikToks of do you know there's colleges that are like dedicated to Mormon, right? Like
probably in Utah, right?
Yeah. You ever heard of soaking?
Salt Lake City. What?
You ever heard of soaking?
No.
Okay, this is so funny. So they believe in chastity, right? Like they believe in chastity. They can't have caffeine. There's so many rules to Mormon.
Couldn't tell you because you don't learn anything about Mormonism in the fucking play. Could not tell you anything about it.
That's really funny. So soaking is when you just stick it in and then you get somebody else to shake the bed. And then that's simulating.
That's worse than the sheet with the Hasids.
Yeah. And then there's durfing. They call it durfing is dry humping. There's all these things that I've learned that it's crazy.
So there's dildos in the play, right?
There's like a scene at the end where they're like they're the sorry. So what happens is all these like all these elders, like the people that are learning Mormonism, like they all get like their assignments, and they're like, you know, Elder Price and oh fuck, I forget the other elder's name. Like they come up and they're like, you guys are going to Uganda, and like the one guy's like, yeah. Where is that?
Like, wait, so to like spread the word?
Yes,
and you like missionaries.
Like,
yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
My god.
Yeah. So like they go there, and obviously it's you know, they're trying to teach Mormonism in Africa, and it's like
that's crazy.
There's a general called Butt Fucking Naked. That's the name of the general. like there's this dude singing about crabs in the scrotum, like
Jesus,
and they're trying to like teach Mormonism, and essentially like. The one guy's like, Elder Price is like, I studied my whole life to do this. Like, I'm out of here. I'm going to go, you know, to where I've dreamed about, Orlando. Like, so he wants to get back to Orlando. And the other guy's like, you know, like, I can do this. I'm going to teach these guys Mormonism. And then he starts making shit up. So, like, he starts talking about, like, I don't know, Boba Fett and, like, Star Wars shit. Like, you know, and, like this is what happened, and then he got the books and like you know the time capsule, and like it's so ridiculous. I can't even like really describe it. All I can.
So
really
that's why you don't
like,
learn anything actually about it, because it's all like fake.
It's like nonsense. Yeah.
Like
there's one part where where he's like compromising his Mormon beliefs, and like he has they call a spooky Mormon hell dream, like where he's like in hell. And there's the devil, and he's playing electric guitar in the back of the stage.
Reminds me of that Will Ferrell sketch.
And like as soon as they get to Uganda, and they're talking to the villagers, and like within like 3 seconds, like fuck it like comes out of one of their mouths, and you're like, oh, this is a different type of Broadway play. I'm like,
yes.
Let me sit up in my seat.
Yeah,
like,
that's really cool.
They drop the F-bomb like almost immediately after the beginning sequence, and you're like, oh, okay, this is going to be different. And it was just.
I haven't really seen that many plays. I only like field trips. Like I don't think I've ever seen a play for like my own leisure.
I've seen a decent amount. I think. I mean, I don't know what's decent, but I've seen The Lion King like without my family. Me and Molly went again because I remember.
I mean, that's probably awesome.
I remember being amazing, and it's amazing. During The Lion King, I can't even think about The Lion King without crying. That's my favorite Disney movie. What did I say? I saw the Larry David one. That was incredible. That was just a play. It's not a musical. Like most of them I've been to have been like some musical element, which are pretty great. Motown, my mom wanted to go see. We all went to see that with her. The Rockettes.
Like I've heard the CD Hamilton, but obviously I've never.
I've never seen Hamilton. I heard that's phenomenal too. So that might. Yeah. I'm catching up on all these things that I should have done like a decade ago.
Basically. Yeah, that's so fun. Yeah, I mean that might be
story of my life.
Like a new hobby
musical ever.
That Hamilton. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And it's also like they filmed it, so you can watch it on. I think what is it, Disney, right?
Disney, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do that or just like go see it first. I don't know.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I would think it only runs because Lin-Manuel's in it, right?
No, so it's beyond. It's same thing with Book of Mormon. So like you have your main cast.
It's evolved.
And then you move on. Yeah.
So you know who played the other elder? It was Josh Geit. You know Josh Geit, right?
Oh, isn't he Olaf?
It's Josh Gad.
Gad. Sorry, whatever.
Is that who you meant?
Gad. Yes, that's who I meant. He played.
Oh, he's so funny.
Which character?
He's so talented. It's crazy.
He has he's won a Grammy and a Tony.
Yeah, he's so.
That's
talented.
insane.
He played Elder Cunningham. That's
like
the other
when you saw it.
No, he's been gone since I think 2015 or something. Like
right, he was one of the original. Yeah.
But the guy who plays him now, you can tell like I didn't know Josh Gad was the original person, and like the guy who plays him now, you could tell like he's like a big fan of Josh Gad and like is trying to like sound like he sounded in the role.
Yeah,
like it's pretty cool, and everybody's so fucking talented. Like they're singing like funny, ridiculous songs, and they all have like pipes, and they're amazing.
Yeah, man. And Broadway's. I try to go to one a year. I usually do plays because musicals are a lot, but But we saw The Great Gatsby, and the daughter from
Ooh.
Modern Family was Daisy, the oldest daughter.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
Haley. Oh, wow, that's
Forget
cool.
her name.
You did tell me that.
Yeah,
That's probably awesome. I love
that
that
was
movie.
sick.
Tom was saying he's gonna like take each of the girls as like kind of like a father-daughter daddy day.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Rite of passage. Oh, by the way, I
Yeah.
have your book in my car.
I was looking for that.
Did you even know you
Yeah,
lost
I left
it?
it in your car, but I was so dead from the Masters. I was like,
Yeah,
whatever.
Fuck it.
yes,
Fuck it.
but it's in my car, and I've forgotten the 2 times that I was with you to give it to you. So that's my bad. Now it's on me.
All good. All
Yeah.
good.
You got another copy that you just stole?
I did. I rented another one, or I rented one from the library.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's still a thing. Libraries are a thing. You could just still rent books.
Mhm.
Yeah, kids love libraries, so that's how I got back into it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Who farted? Who farted? I want to know who farted.
they're
Someone
pranking me.
farted. Someone farted over there.
That's so funny. You just got dinged
They
up.
are laughing so hard. That's so funny.
Jackie told me this funny story about the kids selling lemonade. They're exploring their entrepreneurship over the weekend.
Did she tell you what they did? Like,
Yes. Yeah. So
Best podcast ever.
wait. Should I tell what I heard, or do you want to tell what happened?
you tell what you heard, and then I'll say it.
Oh, so
What happened?
So
Yeah.
you know, like obviously, normally when you have a lemonade stand, like you make a stand, and then people like come to you and buy the lemonade. But Tom lives at the end of a cul-de-sac, so I don't think people come back there. So I think they were going door to door selling lemonade, and then one house. They went to their house to get lemons, came home, made lemonade, and went back to their house and sold them lemonade. So they like imagine going to someone's house and asking them for lemons, and then coming back and selling them, offering them lemonade.
It's genius.
It's genius. It's
So their operating cost is zero.
It's like a Trump deal or something. Like,
yeah.
Especially if they can get sugar from like the next house, like then they're
Yeah,
really
we were talking about something, and Jackie's like, speaking of entrepreneurship, and then just went right into that story, and that was so funny. It was
crazy. They came back with like $40, divvied it up. They have like the whole block is filled with kids, so they're having a good time. But yeah,
That's awesome.
I got told by my neighbor that they did that. Like one of the other kids he's like, do you know what they did? I was like, no. He was like, they took lemons from someone and sold them lemonade later. I was like, oh my God.
Yo, is Dino still around?
Yeah. I'm talking to him about making a short film, actually. He's really good. He's a really good photographer and videographer. He's still actually in the
How old
same
is he
house.
now?
I think he was 10 years younger than us, maybe. So
Okay, yeah.
20s,
He's like an adult.
Yeah.
I can't picture what he looks like as an adult. I just remember.
Are you writing a screenplay?
Yeah, I wrote one. So we're trying to figure out how to film it. Just like a short, but he has like a lot of really good equipment, like way higher end than I do, and he has a really good aesthetic how he films. So
Yeah,
is it?
We'll see.
What scary? What's the feel? How would you
it's like
describe
a
it?
drama. It's like a revenge story. Like
cool.
Yeah, like an Old Boy or Kill Bill sort of.
Oh yeah. I saw this
Yeah.
TikTok. I got so scared because I don't really watch short films, but on TikTok I saw a scene from a short film where a guy, to like get payback to someone who's now dating his girlfriend, he gives them this box, and it looks like, when you look in the box, it looks like a black hole. Like you can't see anything in the box, but if you look away from the box, a person starts crawling out of the box, and as long as you're looking at the box, the guy won't come out. But they look away, and then he's just leering. Like, well, at first you just see his eyes, and they're just this face staring at you. And then they don't understand what the concept is yet. And then they like go to read the directions about the box. Like you give it to the box to somebody you don't like, obviously.
Oh my God.
And then he like reads the thing, and he looks back, and then he's like, now his like chin and his hands are like, and his eyes are, it's terrifying. And I was like, scroll. Like I saw enough to like see like, but it's like a 10-minute, you know what I mean? It's like a 10-15 minute thing.
Yeah.
It's like nothing.
Yeah. It's a
So
good, that's a good premise.
It's not like a first person thing. Like this is happening to you as you're watching it.
No, there's actors.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
That's That would
Oh
be
God,
cool.
that would be even more terrifying.
Yeah.
If
like,
it
you're
knew.
like, what's happening here? You're like,
Yeah. And then I saw another one on
see what's
TikTok
happening?
where like it's this film. It's like it's fixed on this chair, and then someone drives by and like thinks about what are they like? People leave furniture out,
Right.
and then he puts the chair in the back of the car, and there's somebody you don't see it, like the guy doesn't see it, but there's a person in the house behind, basically trying to tell him not to take the chair, and he takes the chair home, and it's just like this haunted chair, and it's just like crazy. And another 10-15 minute thing. Like people just make these short films like that, and it's just crazy.
And they did the whole videos on TikTok, or that's a
no
trailer?
just like kind of just like a teaser. It was like a trailer.
So then how would you?
And then I read. I was not watching it, so then I would go read about the short film.
How do you watch the whole?
Happened.
How do you watch the whole short film if you can't watch?
They're usually on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
What? Yeah, they're usually on YouTube. Like people just publish them to their channel or whatever.
Sweet.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. If I do make it to like do that as a marketing campaign.
Yeah, because then you could do your hashtags
teaser
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do a whole thing with it. Yeah.
Stuff I don't know. Yeah. Because of TikTok, man. I have no idea. God damn it.
It's good and bad. Yeah.
It's really bad.
I don't think I'll ever. I don't think I'll ever download TikTok. I've.
Oh wait. Oh, this is another one. Did you? Oh yeah. Me and Tom were talking about this. Mike, wait. Did I send this to you too, Michael? That Jeremy Renner interview?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think you talked about it in our chat, or we did.
Michael just said, "I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about." Yeah, probably. No, I'm just kidding. You know how Jeremy Renner got ran over by that snowplow?
I do know that.
Renner got ran.
Yeah,
Renner got ran over by a
reindeer. A reindeer. That's fucked up. He was clinically dead for a little bit, so he described what it was like being dead.
Did he?
And it was a very comforting. I can send it to you. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, it's very comforting.
So
basically, everybody that you have anything associated with love was there. Like anybody you've ever loved or anything that's associated, they were all there. He didn't want to wake up. He didn't want to come back. He said, and I was just like mind blown.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
I hope that's what it's like.
Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, I'm gonna believe that.
I think it is. Yeah,
scary to think about the alternative.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Of nothingness. Yeah, for sure.
Black.
Yeah.
Like The Sopranos.
I wonder what's worse, like nothing, hell, or heaven.
Hell.
Obviously not heaven, but nothing.
Well, that's between nothing and hell. I'd probably choose hell.
Whoa.
No, you
tortured forever.
You need.
Hold on.
Are you familiar with Dante's Inferno? Have you familiar with actual Dante's Inferno?
We don't know what hell is though.
I'm saying the classic hell is not a good place to be. Pain, suffering.
According to Dante's Inferno, there's these different floors in hell, and as it gets worse as you obviously go as you go deeper.
But can you go better?
No. Once you're on that floor, you are permanently on that floor for eternity. Some floors are not that bad. As like the first few floors, I mean, they suck. You're in hell, but the floors towards the bottom, brother. Like imagine just being in like
if you end up at the end no matter what, or like if you fuck up in hell,
it depends on what your sins were. Depends what floor you go to.
I think I'd be fine then. I think I'd be okay. I think I would.
I'd be sinning, but not too bad.
Yeah, it'd be like like me and a couple misdemeanors or something. Like I don't know what it would be, but like I think it would be better than cease to consciousness.
I don't know.
But to that, there's no. You know what I mean?
It's eternity like that.
Yeah. And nothing is just you don't even know. So
you don't know. Yeah.
Nothing scares me a lot.
Scares you right now, but when it's nothing, it'll be nothing. Like you know, it's like But what I was telling Danny is that there's a bunch of really good scientific books about this. Like everyone experiences a very similar thing in the near-death experiences, and they all describe similar things. So it actually scientifically points to like that being what an afterlife
legitimate
is.
Claim. Yeah.
Which is comforting.
It is comforting.
Hell.
Yeah. I agree. Michael, what's new with you?
I don't know why I keep right now, like in this instant, I'm trying to figure out why I'm getting notifications for FaceTime calls that are not happening on my computer. That's what's happening right now.
Oh, because your computer's catching up because it's been off, probably.
Right. Yes. But
Yes.
I don't want that feature on my computer at all. I don't want.
You should have never
FaceTime
signed into
calls.
your iCloud then.
It's not even your computer.
It is.
Well,
I
it
give
is now.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh.
Beggars can't be choosers. Just take the computer, dude.
No, I'm like, I just want to know how to turn that feature off. Like, I don't. You can turn that.
No, it's
feature off.
basically
I
an
know it.
extension of your phone now.
Yes, but I can turn off messages on this local device.
Oh,
I know that.
I don't know.
And
I don't really know.
I will.
That's
I will
partly
do
why I
that
gave it
at
to you.
some point.
Yeah. We like PCs, bro. No, what else is new?
So
you
what's-
postponed your
What's new
surgery,
with me?
so don't
I
have
postponed
to be
my surgery.
Fearful, don't have to be fearful about that.
Postponed my surgery, and everything was feeling pretty good while golfing, except for when I played 36 on Sunday. I was in pain.
Not
for
only
probably-
36, dude. You played one of the
Whatever.
hardest courses that you have in the world that you have to walk as the second 18. That's like
Yeah,
a real testing
Oh,
of
you
your
have
limits.
to walk.
you cannot ride on black, so it's a 8-mile
Wow.
walk, maybe more.
Yeah, and hilly, and the course is hard. Like that's a.
Mhm.
I mean, I would have done
Damn,
it too, but
dude.
that's not a good gauge of like health because that's hard for anybody.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know,
yeah.
but it's like I was in pain. Like I could feel like that part of my body like kind of pulsing
Yeah.
for 2 days, and like now I feel better.
Yeah.
But like like we were talking about playing this weekend. I'm kind of only comfortable playing Saturday and Sunday because I don't want to push it too much. So,
I'm playing
Yeah,
tomorrow and Saturday. I'm getting a tattoo on Sunday. I'm actually.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Where on
My calf.
your calf?
Yeah, portrait of Vessel on my calf.
Oh boy.
No,
Do you have-
he's getting a whole. We're gonna do some of the artwork too, but yeah.
Do you have any sleep? Do you have any sleep token tattoos already?
No, that's gonna be first. We're going with
First one?
face.
Like on that space, you should get a tattoo
No.
of his actual
Dude.
human form.
No.
Yes.
We don't acknowledge. It's like dead naming somebody. We don't acknowledge his human form.
But I'm pretty sure he's had to acknowledge his human form, so maybe you should too.
Yeah.
He doesn't even want to talk about it. He's looking away right now. What the
I
fuck is
know.
happening?
I'm just pondering.
If you look away from the screen, you see his.
Yeah,
Yeah, wait, Danny, do it again. Do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again. Yeah. Wait, can I show? Oh wait, hold on.
Do it again.
Wait. Oh, this dude.
Yes.
Is that what it's like?
Dude.
No! Get away!
So this is the first image, this one, where he's just like leering, and then they looked away, and then this is happening. It's just like a wet man.
And what happens eventually?
I didn't watch it. He gets out of the box. I think the man in the box gets out of the box.
All right, Michael, a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you rather look at that picture for 3 minutes or listen to Sleep Token for 3 minutes?
I'd rather listen to Sleep Token for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Wait,
all
Tom,
right.
you listened to Gethsemane. What did you think? Did you really just fast forward to the one part and then
No.
I thought
No,
that was hysterical.
Michael, just
I was
fast
reading that on the way
forward
to work.
the one part and then comment on it?
When I'm like reading your text messages on the way to work, like I have to like wait till Danny's done responding, because like if Tom says something, I'm like, all right, Danny's gonna send like 4 or 5 text messages. And then I say, I hit play me the text
Listen,
message.
I had a suspicion that you guys were traveling en route to work, which is an opportune time to listen to a song. Yeah,
for sure.
But Tom, wasn't it good, or wasn't what you didn't? I asked you to rate it out of 10. You didn't give me a rating, but
Oh, I didn't. I forgot. No, I just think it's just too generic for me. I think that's it. It's not bad. It just, I think that's maybe it. I don't know.
Yeah.
okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, and like in Danny's viewpoint, it's probably one of the least generic things he's ever heard. Like that's interesting. Actually,
I just connect to it
itself.
just connect to it. Yeah, it's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You sent something recently about the Pebble Beach trip, and I saw like caddy.
Oh, I got all the info. Yeah, I got all the info.
Oh yeah. And I just
So-
wanted to talk through that for a sec, if we could.
Okay.
So the price includes the hotel. I saw there was 4 rooms for 8 people. So I guess people are staying in rooms together.
So
Or
it's dual. All right. If you want to do single occupancy, it's going to be more expensive. maybe significantly more expensive.
But so if there's no spouses, this is just dudes. Is that what's happening? Like, is it just dudes?
I mean,
like, what were you thinking? And
I was thinking
Molly doesn't watch this, so
no. Okay. But I've already spoken to Molly about this. She's like, we've had that conversation, which was a little uncomfortable at first. She's like, you don't want me there on your 40th birthday? I'm like, no.
No, I
don't. No, but I'm like, well, we'll celebrate. We'll do something else. I'm like, essentially, and this is true because I don't care about my birthday. Not really. Like, I'm like,
I hear you.
This is an excuse for me to go play a very expensive golf course, which I might need an excuse to go play, and this is one essentially, right? But like when I looked at that number, I mean, yeah, it's only 3 rounds of golf in 3 nights, but like it's not crazy. It's $3,300. I thought it was going to be more than that.
I saw there was caddy fees. Do they carry your putter or they're carrying your bag? What does that look like? Okay, you can ride or you can't ride.
So hold on. First, I'm not riding Pebble Beach. I think we can ride the other ones. I'll find out more information on that, but I want to walk Pebble Beach.
Okay.
Personally. There's single bag caddy fee, which no one's going to do that. If the caddy's carrying my bag,
he's carrying 2 bags.
Our bags, yeah. So double bag is
$2. You have to caddy.
What?
You need a caddy. You have to have a caddy.
I think you have to have a. I think on Pebble at least you have to have a caddy. I'm not sure about Spyglass or the other one.
Okay.
But Pebble, I'm pretty sure you have to have a caddy. All questions I will ask. You guys let me know what questions to ask. 210 and then plus an additional gratuity of 50 to 75 each. That is like around $155 on the low end, per round. So yeah, that times 3, $450. Let's just say we were doing caddies. That's $3,800. Then food. Maybe lowball it at $150 a day, maybe 200. You're looking at 4,500 all in. Like, it's not terrible, but
no, that's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, also like if you guys don't want to spend that kind of money, then I understand. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
Who is the 8?
So that I just did just in case like more people that have like mentioned to me they would do it will actually do it.
Got it.
So
got
like.
it.
So
do I have to like grease you to like be in your foursome if there is 8? Like,
no. If we get 8, we'll just mix it up. You know what I mean?
Oh, each day.
Yeah. But
I guess that's cool.
Yeah. But
like who do we have to grease? I don't know.
But Pebble Beach, like for Pebble Beach golf things, like I'll play with you two and whoever else wants to grease me.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I looked it up.
If someone's not greasing me on my birthday,
you don't need a caddy.
You don't need a caddy.
No, for any of them. But yeah. So if you want,
I think
they're probably fancy enough that they have the GPS.
Well, Tom, can you look up this? Can you take carts on Spyglass Hill and Delmont Country Club? Can you look that up? Because I only really want to walk Pebble Beach, and just because I want the full Pebble Beach experience.
Yes, carts you can.
Okay, perfect. So then we could just ride those
and then walk that way.
And then we all like. I mean, I'd love to if you guys are down with it for all of us to walk, because I think it would be a cool experience.
Yeah, I'll do it. I don't have any problems, but last weekend was the first weekend where I played 3 rounds in a row. Like I had a little bit of pain afterwards, but then the next day I was fine. So
yeah. So, well, the good news here is that we're going good. Depends on how you look at it, but Pebble Beach would be the last day on the itinerary.
So you'd be the most tired. Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't have walked and then playing 2 more rounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah.
But when I played 3 rounds in a row, I was riding.
Yeah. No, I know. But then we'll have a short course. If we want to do that, they have a short course there too.
When you played,
we also don't have to add anything. Like
when you played Bethpage, what tees did you play from? What was the distance?
So from the blue, for blue, we played the tips, which is like 66, 70. We played the tips. I shot 81 from the tips, or 82, whatever it was.
Yeah,
and then
crazy.
Yeah, it was. I was playing unbelievable. I should have shot in 70s. Like I should not have shot in 82, but I did. But then on black we played the white tees, which was the same yardage. Like
Yeah. Black is insane, dude. Black is insane.
So you're saying there's the tips, blues, and then whites, and you played the whites, and it's
There's
still the same.
they don't have the tips out at black. They
like
have
you can't
not.
play them as a regular.
The tips are where
that's only for PGA events.
Where PGA events and the Ryder Cup, but the blues are 7,000 yards, or like 6,900 and change.
That's insane.
Yeah, so we played from the.
And you drive the ball how far?
I mean, when I'm hitting it good, like 250, 260.
I feel
maybe a little further.
700 yards is still far for 250 or 260.
No, it's just like I'm comfortable hitting long irons in. So on 400 so if it's an over 400 par 4, which there's only like 2 or 3 on black, there's not many.
Okay. So then
actually, no, that's not true. No, that's not true. I think there's at least 4, maybe 5. So yeah, like I hit driver 3 wood on 2 of the par 4s.
Damn.
Or driver hybrid on one and driver 3 wood on the other one.
That's crazy.
And half of them I had a wedge in my hand only because I put my drive in the rough. And when I was trying to explain to Tom, is like the rough was like that thick, like 1.5 inches thick. So it doesn't sound like a big deal, right? It's so lush. It's like you know how I have like a nice lawn because my dad's like a landscaper. He makes sure that I have a nice lawn. Like I don't even really care. It's him. It's like if I put through a golf ball into my front lawn and tried to hit it out of it, like it just sits down. So like if I drove it because I only fly at about 230, 240, if I drove it in the rough,
it's stopping.
And I had 200 yards. Well, of course it's stopping, but I had 200 yards or more to the flag. We took a caddy. We got lucky that there was a caddy finishing a loop because they said they had none. So me and Lee split one, and he was giving me like 8 iron to hit it back into the end of the fairway. And like a lot of those times I made bogey because I would get on in 3 and 2 putt. Like if I tried to go for it in 2, I could A, not advance the ball at all. Like it could go a couple feet in front of me, or B, like hit it, go errant, and there's bunkers everywhere there. So like I think it's kind of like a cheat code when you're playing black. Like if you drive it in the rough at all and you don't have a like really good lie, just hit it back into play and like get on in 3 and make bogey.
Yeah.
It's just like any other round. If I shot 90 on black playing like that, I would be fucking stoked.
What did you shoot?
95, and I played terrible.
Well, you're saying, if you hit in the rough, you basically don't have an opportunity to make par.
Well, no, if you 1 putt, you do. If you get on 3 and 1 putt.
Yeah, but most of the time you're 2 putt, sometimes 3 putt.
Yeah, I think I made a total of 3 pars on the day at black. I'm not even 100% sure.
Oh, that's probably still awesome.
But I made no pars on the back, and I parred 18, so that was pretty cool. And it was the same shit. Like I drove it in the fairway bunker. 18 is one of the most difficult holes I've ever played. It's beautiful, but like there's bunkers left and right in the landing zone of your driver. So you cannot even be a little left or right up. So I was in the bunker. I laid it up into just short of the green. I wedged it up there to like 12 feet, and I made the putt. So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's a
there's 11 par 4s and 8 of them are over 400 yards.
From white?
From white, yeah.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
But like
461, 423, 434, 421, 432, 430, 457.
Yeah. What is that? Is that 15?
16.
16, yeah.
Damn,
16's a little bit downhill though, so like that one's not even really that bad. What's the one?
The one uphill? That's the 15, right?
Yeah, that one's so hard.
That's the number 1 handicap.
I know, yeah, but then there's a couple holes before that that's also pretty difficult. So before that's a par 3. What's the one before that?
12, 432, par 4, 7 handicap.
So that one plays really long. It does not play 432. I've played there 4 times now. I've had driver 3 wood 3 of those times, and driver hybrid the other time, because it's usually into the wind. It's uphill. 432 becomes 450, 460 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean that's what golf is cool because it's so different where you play. Like that's one of the hardest courses in the country or the world. Yeah, right. So like
I haven't even gotten to really experience that because I mean I played in Maryland, but I wasn't playing that, and I didn't play a lot of different courses. I've been playing a lot of courses now, but they're all flat.
Oh, you know what I mean? Right. They're just flat. Florida. Yeah, but water, right? You have a lot of water.
There's yep. And what? And the course I play out a lot, there's really no trouble at all. It's just the greens are hard.
Are you talking about Astor Creek?
Yeah, we might get memberships. I might get them.
So when you say that, like
a summer membership,
you convince the powers that be to buy you and your colleague a membership, essentially.
Yeah, he's my partner, but yeah.
Oh wait, you're an owner?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're just buying a membership for yourself.
Well, it's his card and he's paying for it, but yeah.
Okay.
It's his, yeah.
So are you on like the board of this company or like what is that what it would be called?
There's 6 of us. There's 7 of us. There's no board. It's not
so is he the CEO then, I guess?
Yeah, he's the owner. It's his. Most of it is his. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes,
all right, cool.
No, but we were gonna buy 2, but I just need to find out what is the guest rate because it may not make sense for him to buy a whole one and if he's gonna come play with me anyway.
That's like the main reason I don't have a membership here because
it's $1,500 for the summer.
Well, no,
it's like that's not a lot of money.
Let me say words.
Yes, I see it.
So like the membership here at Paramount is like not really that bad. At least when I looked it up like a year ago.
Where's Paramount?
It's in your city. So it was like 6,000 bond and like 7,000 a year, and you have to spend like 1,500 on food. So really affordable, like not relatively affordable. But like to get Tom on there, I think it was like 185 without cart. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, so he would play there maybe twice with me a year. Like it's not. I like playing with my friends. I don't want to get new friends. Right. That's not why I'm joining a club.
Yeah.
So,
right. Yeah.
Like if I'm, when I'll say when, because Danny will freak out. When I move to Florida, joining a club would be a good way for me to meet people.
Yeah. Yeah, I've gotten to meet a lot of people. I haven't gotten contact information. I have not exchanged, but if I like them, we'll exchange contact information.
Yeah.
But I think wait, so there's a couple different like kinds of country clubs. So the one you're talking about, you can play if you're not a member?
Yes, for now. So like when you buy a house in that community, you automatically get a membership. That's how it works. But at some point in the next 5 or 6 years, they're going to go completely private. So I would assume if you get a membership at some point, you'll be able to still partake, I guess. Or
wait, is that right? They're gonna go completely private because that definitely makes me more interested in it because
6 or 7 years is what I've been hearing.
That's a long time, but like because like you don't want like the public stealing your tea times when you're a member.
Yeah,
there.
well, so right now you could book a week in advance. If you're a member, you get 2 weeks in advance on the app.
Oh, so, okay, pretty sweet.
So yeah, you get that probably prevents people from stealing your time because you have another week in advance. But dude, when I got a week out, I've been able to book first tee time Friday, Saturday. So I haven't had an issue at all. I've been playing.
But it's hot. It's hot right now, right?
Well, not if you play in the morning. I played one of the days I played in the afternoon. It was the worst thing I've ever done.
But it's not peak season right now, right?
No, that's why they're selling the summer membership.
Yeah.
So I also asked the guy that quoted me for Pebble. Because I heard from somebody we met at Stream Song that October is like the best time to go.
Oh, I bet, dude. Just like perfect weather.
So he gave me a quote for October and May, and like they're literally $20 difference, like total. So it doesn't matter. But I'm like, is there that big of a difference? He's like, really, the weather is between January and April. So, like if
the bad weather,
it's colder.
Oh, okay.
Colder and rainier and stuff like that. So he said it doesn't really matter. I just figured like you were going to lean towards May because that's your birthday, but I don't really care that much. So I guess we could decide that.
No, May's probably awesome. It's like spring. It's probably 70s.
Yeah, and it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I booked it for 8 because, or I had him quote me for 8 because I'm not sure who might still be interested or not. So I'm going to ask around from people that have said they might be interested and see if I can get 8. I don't know if Anton would go. You think Anton would go?
I think so. For your birthday, probably. Yeah.
What's Anton do for work again? I feel like you told me. What's he do now for work?
He does back end IT for a company that owns Cigna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a developer.
He's a dev. Yep. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Very cool.
He's a dev.
He's a dev.
Yeah.
He's a dev. I was telling that, so I was on the phone with somebody today. I was like, yeah, I'll ask Dev. I said I got to ask my dev person. She's like, you have to ask your deaf person? And I'm like, no,
How do they
that's
hear
not what yeah, like no, yeah. It's just like, I was like, not what I said.
I'm gonna ask a
It's
deaf person.
It's like lingo, right? I did some, yeah. I was like development person, but yeah, it was just, yeah, because you have Key. I don't know who that is, but
I was gonna ask him. He's like on the fence about it, like
I think he'll
for
go.
various reasons. Yeah. He's said he's heard of like nightmares of slow play and this, that, and the other
gives a
thing.
fuck?
But surprisingly, it's not on his list. Like, and Key wants to go a lot of golf destinations, so I'm almost like don't believe that it just not.
I feel like when you're playing for novelty, it's not. Do you want to rush through the course? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
why is pace of play important when you're doing like a novelty thing? It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I mean, because it's public, so it gets a lot of play, and everybody wants the same experience that you do. But like the thing is, like the caddy should move people through that course. Like any course like that is going to have an average time of 4.5 hours. It's their job to keep you moving.
Yeah.
At Stream Song is public. Like they do not care if you are slow, you will get a warning. If you need to be spoken to again, you will be asked to skip the rest of that hole. If you need to be spoken to a third time, you will skip a hole entirely. Like meaning, like if you're a hole behind and they've already come to you twice, you're skipping that hole, and now they're back on track, right?
Yep.
And if for some reason they have to ask you fourth time, your round is done.
That's crazy.
And you paid $275 to play there. I love it. I love that. That's how it should be, because like we'll play at Mansion with Lee and it's a lot of fun.
You're saying there's a penalty for not
I'm speaking from experience. Like yeah, there is a such thing as golf takes way too long, and like I don't like that. Like I don't want to be out there for 6 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I think to Danny's point though, like waiting around at at Pebble is way nicer than at your local Muni, where it is annoying.
Oh, for sure.
I think it's annoying both ways.
That's what I mean. That's what I meant.
Yeah, like if you're gonna like get held up at a hole, if you're on the California coast, it's not that bad.
Yeah, no, and I get that, but like everybody wants the same experience, so you would hope that the Rangers do a little bit of a job and try to keep the pace of play up. Like that's I'm saying there's a balance between what he's saying and what I'm saying, essentially.
Oh, Pebble Beach is in California. I thought it was in South Carolina. Why did I think that?
Cali,
that's even sicker, dude. Fuck yeah. Wait. Hold on a second. Where the fuck is this in San Diego? No. It's near Big Sur.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick.
So you could fly into one of the big airports.
Oakland or San Francisco.
Yeah, or you can fly, or no, not LAX.
San
Oakland,
Francisco.
Yes. Yeah, or you can fly into you can connect and go into their local one. You know what I mean?
Dude, this is such a cool spot.
It's dope. I mean, and
dude, it's not even that far from San Luis Obispo. It's like
maybe we could go to the old stomping grounds.
The old stompings, yeah, that's crazy.
Spanish Bay is the other course that's there, but it's closed for renovation like the entirety of 2026.
Bob, are you there?
7.
Okay. She's like, where's Pebble Beach? I was like, South Carolina. And she's like, oh, cool. I'm like, it's not in South Carolina.
I mean, that's a trip that would be very easy to book too. I mean, like it's like literally a website called Golf Myrtle Beach, and you just go on, you like choose an itinerary, and then like they reach out to you. They
California's
book your housing.
Yeah. Oh, I have a client that we're soliciting right now out in Arizona, and we just really connected with them. They were just a husband and wife that own a treatment center, really, really cool people, and we just vibed with them. And then at the end of the sales call, he's like, I want to fly you guys out. And we're like, okay, cool. And he was just like, yeah, I'll take you out to dinner. And James was like, do you golf? And he was like, fuck yeah, I golf, wherever you want to play. Like, so he was just offering us like our whole team. So like Jackie included, because Jackie would be servicing them. She's like, I'll fly you guys out, come see the center, and we'll take you out. I was like, just like, I've never had that offer before. It was super cool.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is he in like Phoenix or?
He's in. Let's see where Fountain Hill. It's Fountain Hills. I don't know where that is. Let's see where that is. Hills. Arizona.
Yeah, we're going there in like 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
I know. I cannot.
Mountain Hills is right outside of. Yeah, it's
northeast
Phoenix.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're
trying to say
we're going.
There's so many golf. There's so many golf courses here,
dude. It's insane,
dude. There's a million. They're all so good.
Their worst course is better than our best public course here.
Yep.
That's cool.
Something with.
I'm playing a Champions course tomorrow.
Like, what do you mean?
It's called the Champions. I don't know.
Oh, Champions Gate. That's in Orlando. I'm stupid.
No, it's
you
called
mean just the name of it.
The Champions.
Champion.
The Champions Club at Summerfield is what it's called. It's in Stewart.
Never heard of it. Stewart.
Yeah, but we bought that thing that lets you you have one-time use to go on private courses, basically.
Yeah, but you said the last one you went to was like dog shit.
Yes, I think you got to be mindful. That one had unlimited, so
weird.
Yeah, it was so bad.
What's the rating of this place? What's the rating of this place you're going to?
The rating?
Yeah. How do the Google rating?
Oh, at Summerfield. Okay. 4.4.
Okay, pretty good. That's better. And that's private?
How do I see that?
No. Here's a good way to
pass to go play private courses or no?
Well, some of them are private on there, and you get one admission per season or something like that.
Does this one have one admission or multiple? Because there's a
big. But why would you get a pass to play public courses? You already could play them.
It gives so the public ones it gives you discounts on. The private ones it gets you onto basically.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah,
you said no. You don't think so?
It's not private. It has a book a tea time button right on the homepage.
Well, I guess I'm a fucking idiot.
Sounds like
it's not an idiot. It's just
I don't know if it's not a good deal there.
I don't know the value yet, baby.
We're just playing shitty courses.
It's fast. I guess we got all the local communities.
The first one we went to, we picked one on the app, and then we show up there. And we're like, "What the fuck is this place?" We were just dude, it's like the fairway was like your backyard. It was just like,
dude.
Oh god, dude.
But not your backyard, Michael. Just like a backyard.
No, my backyard's like
with grass growing in different directions and shit, dude. Yeah.
So why don't you pick one? Why don't you pick one of the private clubs and see if it's worth any money? This thing that you're spending money on.
Well, he does he books the Friday one because it's like a work meeting, and then I go rogue on Saturdays.
Gotcha. Do you play with them on Saturdays too?
No, I play by myself or just with randoms.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been fun. I haven't gotten anybody that's not cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that happens sometimes, but very rarely. I haven't had too many experiences where I'm like, that guy was nuts.
Yeah, I haven't had. No, the first time I got paired with these Jupiter bros, and they were just being bros, so I just was a bro with them. They were just they were just
you adapt to whoever.
Yeah, you just assimilate. Yeah. They were just busting each other's balls, so I just bust their balls.
Yeah. I've done that. Golf is most people are awesome. I played with an ex-Met one time. You'll meet people you never thought you.
That's super cool.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the kid's watch this tie spinner, and then he went to hit it, and he completely missed, and we were just
yes.
It was just shit, you know what I mean? Shit like that. They weren't even drinking either. That's and then last weekend it was just random older dudes.
Sweet.
It was cool.
Yeah, I never mind getting paired with the older guys. They're usually very good. They keep their ball in play. You're not waiting for them.
They're not
hitting like that. You know what I mean? And then out of nowhere they start cracking jokes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how. Yeah.
They laugh at all my dad jokes like that.
It is all uncomfortable.
That's your audience.
Last weekend, the dude, he wasn't hitting driver off the tee, and I was like, "That's sus to me." You know,
yeah.
And
you're saying driver off the deck?
No. He just wasn't hitting driver at all because he was afraid it was going to go out of bounds. But I didn't realize that at first. But even his 5-iron was just going all over the place, and I was like, "This is going to be a rough day." But then he figured it out at one point. But
yeah,
we're just I feel like I would be really embarrassed on the first tee, if I'm just chunking my first shot and then chunk my second shot and then chunk my third shot.
That happens though.
He chunks. Yeah, he chunked 3. Not he went to his ball, chunked it. It's not like he teed off 3 times, but He was just chunking. And I was just like,
yeah, I've done that before where I'm playing solo with 3 guys and I like fuck up the first hole, but luckily I've played long enough where I know that's not like
an indicator.
Like
yeah.
I'm just like, oh, especially if you haven't warmed up, you're just like sometimes it takes a couple holes to get going.
I mean,
and then
it happens to everybody. Like like what was it? I forget the 13th hole, like the one I was telling you about right before the par 3, and then you cross over the road to 15. I was in the bunker and 2 green side. I ended up picking up for an 8 because I took 4 shots in the bunker and did not get the ball out. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, before this goes,
like you're just exhausted. Like I just like could not get the ball out of the bunker, and my bunker game was okay.
Michael was in one of the hardest bunkers probably in the world at Harbor Town, and he couldn't get out. And then
that was another. Was it steep? It was
had a
pebble.
It had a pebble.
He kept hitting it into the wood of the side of the bunker. We just kept hearing, and me and the guys were like, "Oh, fuck.
No, dude!"
It had a pebble edge.
I have video.
Like he does. Yeah, those ones in overseas, Danny, like in the UK and stuff that have like the really pretty like wall.
Yes, yeah.
It was one of those, but it was like gigantic. It's like you could go anywhere on the hole except for in that bunker. And I was like, not only was I in it, I was like right up against that.
Yeah, like so you'd have to like go straight up.
What I should have done was I should have hit like an 8-iron, chipped it, or that. Why did I even think of that?
Go the other way?
I was like saying I was chip it into the wall and bounce it backwards, and then I could like get it over. Or I could just chip it sideways. I should have done that.
No, part of it's ego in that situation, right? You're like, I want to just make this shot. I just want to get this. Yeah. Oh, Tom's doing things. Hold on.
It's like the biggest bunker that on the right. It's like a huge bunker.
I feel like that picture doesn't do it justice about how big that lip is.
I know.
No, it wasn't really a big lip. I was just right against it.
He was like he was like here.
Yeah. Oh, because like normally greenside bunker has a slope, so if it rolls up, it can like roll back. So there's no way for this to roll back, basically.
No, I wasn't there. I was against the thing.
Oh, you were against the wood?
I was against the wood.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, maybe not. Maybe I like.
I think you
fucked your first one up.
Maybe I hit it and then I was against it and then I couldn't get out. Yeah.
I don't think.
I guess it is kind of high. Yeah, I guess it is kind of.
That's fucking steep, brother.
Yeah.
Was it hard or soft?
So soft. I'm not good at a soft sand. I like. You need a lot of bounce, so I always forget that, and I have more bounce on my sand wedge, which I don't always remember. On your lob. I don't always remember that when I'm on the course, but like the lob wedge I used to use like has 12 degrees of bounce. I
can understand the logic. When I'm close to a lip, I'll grab a lob wedge instead of a sand wedge.
But I don't even know if it's right to have more bounce on your sand wedge as opposed to your lob. I don't know if that's right, but that's my setup.
And you got fitted that way, or you don't? When you don't get.
No, I ended up getting 3 different wedges from the ones I got fitted with. The gap wedge had the same bounce, so I didn't change anything there. It just has Cooper and Murphy's name on it. And then the sand wedge and lob wedge, I got different bounces than what I normally had. It's like a different grind.
Tom, can we talk about the whole Delaware thing, or is it not time? Or
Nas.
Nas.
Yeah. Nah.
Well, can we talk about? Do you have any buyers potentially? Can we talk about that?
Nope. That's the one thing we can't talk about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's okay.
Gotcha.
Soon enough. Yeah, soon enough.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We'll just casually move on.
Yeah.
So are we going to talk about the show at all?
Yeah, absolutely. It's already been an hour. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. All right. Well, we have 3 episodes to cover. I had some gripes with a couple of them. So I don't do.
Not the last one.
We have
not 3? The last one. We have 3 to cover. Yeah.
Oh shit.
4, 5, 6.
Real quick. How did Lionel Richie hurt himself? He was dancing on the ceiling.
Oh, very good. Well done.
Was that part of the show?
No, it was a joke.
This is my new joke. See, if I was a couple 60-year-olds on a golf course, they would be loving that shit right now.
They would love that.
I got one for you. What's worse than 2 girls running with scissors? 2 girls scissoring with the runs.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's a good one. Initial reaction was a little bad, but that's hysterical. That's really good.
Yeah. All right. So episode 4 is when they got to Seattle, and they were making their way through like church stuff, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And where they did like actually encounter like the hanging, like those fucking Seraphites were like hung and shit.
Yeah.
And like disemboweled, basically.
No, it wasn't.
They were just hanging there. They were hanging.
It wasn't the Seraphites that were hung and disemboweled.
It wasn't?
No, the Seraphites did that.
Oh, the Seraphites. Yes, you're right. The Seraphites did that. Yes.
Yep.
I read that.
Wait,
wrong.
they did that to people?
To the wolf people,
the
WLF people.
Oh, not the zombies. The religious people did that.
The cult people did that to the WLF people because they're just basically at war, like in this town.
Yeah,
in Seattle,
they're called Seraphites.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're called. What I didn't like. Can I go into the scene I didn't like?
Of that, yeah.
I did not like the scene where Dina tells Ellie that she's pregnant and they just decide to have sex.
Why?
Because it's just like, oh, I'm pregnant. Sex. It's just like there was no like.
They should have soaked.
Yeah, they should have soaked.
But that's not true, Danny. She gets bit and she's gonna kill her.
Yes.
And she loves her.
Yep.
And then she spends all night staying awake and making sure she doesn't turn into a fucking zombie.
Yep.
And then she doesn't.
And then she tells her I'm pregnant, and then they have sex. There's no. It's just like immediate.
I thought there was like a lot of build up to that. There's like
I felt like it was out of place. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have had sex.
Why did she say I'm gonna be the father?
It was kind of like a joke, but like also also serious.
Yeah.
Like it was meant to make you laugh, but also be like, oh, I guess she will be the father.
No, but there's a dad, right?
Yes,
Jesse.
they're gonna both be the father, essentially. Like,
yes.
Because at some point they're gonna be like, hey, Jesse, by the way, I love Ellie, and Ellie loves me, so we're all gonna figure out how to make this work.
Right.
That's gonna have to happen at some point.
Yep. And then. So they're in that thing. They're in that it's like a theater, I guess, right? They have the sex.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
I thought real quick, back up that scene where she was playing guitar in the.
She was about to sing a song, and then it made sense what song she was about to sing, if you remember.
What do you mean? No, she did
picks up a good
song. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the song?
I'm talking about before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cool scene, and apparently that's directly from the game.
That is directly from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like watching the recap.
Yeah, in the game, like to change chord, you like press the different buttons on the controller.
Oh, really?
And like move
That's
the
cool.
joystick. Yeah.
So I always wonder like what parts of this story are like
a lot.
You know how like when you're playing a video, or I don't know because I don't, but like when you're playing like these modern video games, like there's parts that like you stop playing, right, and you're like watching
cutscenes.
Cutscenes. I'm wondering how much of this video game is cutscenes because I feel like a lot of it would have to be.
No, like what I just talked about. You playing the guitar is you controlling. They like have interactive cutscenes. I guess you would call them.
So if you have no coordination, you just fuck up that entire scene.
It's not. You
It's
think you can
very
press
easy.
a button on a controller? Yeah, it's not. Come on. What are we?
Yeah,
If
they did that in. They do that in Call of Duty where you could like. Where you can like move around your head while the cutscene's going on to see what's going on, like to look at different things or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, like when something's jumping on you, you have to tap your controller really hard to get out of it. You know what I'm talking about? It's like that. It's like that type of shit. Yeah. I like that. That was cool. That was a cool cutscene for playing that guitar. But then there was another where she picked up the guitar in the theater and she sang like one lyric.
Yeah. What was she?
And then she put it down. She sang the song that Joel sang to her in the last episode.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah.
It was a song by Pearl Jam.
Yeah. And she couldn't bring herself to sing it.
Correct. She was about to sing it. Yeah. And then remembered.
All right. So while that's jumping ahead. So
I'm trying to think. I don't remember which episode it was when they're in that room and then the WLF soldiers come in and then they have to get out.
I think that was
4. I think that was the same episode
what is
where they had
4?
sex.
What's the end of 4? Is the end of 4 where they get saved by the guy? Like she's getting bit in the basement?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, when the other girl's in the cage.
And they go into the woods and like then
that's the end of the episode.
Right, but yes, okay. And then the one after that, that's when she goes and finds the other chick.
Nora, when she goes for Nora. Yeah. Episode 5 is about
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't like that part where
that Jesse just showed up out of nowhere. Like, it was too gamey. What do you had a word for that? That was too campy. Like, is campy like predictable?
Yeah, it's sort of like that. I think. And then they even tried to explain it. They're like, "How'd you find me?" He's like, "Well, you left a map in the theater." And then, but like, how does he know the map was in the theater? Like, it's
and why did you go to the theater? Yep. It's not. It's too big of a plot hole.
Made no sense. I hated that because I'm like, oh, how are they going to get out of this? What cool way?
You're not going to get out of it. Yeah.
Now the point I think was like she was sacrificing herself for Dina. Like that was the whole point. Like she was.
No. The point was they were both going to fucking die because she has zombies all over her, biting her at that point.
Yes.
And Dina is the zombies are ripping the cage apart that Dina is in. So like there is no getting out of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think what was going through Ellie's head was that they would be able to get in that cage, and she was sacrificing herself. But like, that's not.
That's
not what was going to happen. Yeah.
But like, don't put your character in a position where they should die, and then don't die.
Yeah. But I think that also happens in the video game, right? So like, they get saved. Like that happens.
I don't.
Like,
I don't know.
Stay pretty true to this game. So I think that. That's what I'm saying. I like watching the recap of the episode because they tell you kind of like what's from the game and what.
Yeah, this last episode was a lot from the game, and even the episode before with Nora, the whole scene with Nora and the whole interaction was So then episode 5, Abby, Ellie's on her own, making her way into the hospital at that point, basically, right?
Yes.
Oh no, they're together, but then she like chases. Are they together in the hospital?
They're not together. No, we don't know where Dina and Jesse are.
I forgot. We haven't seen them since she has an arrow through her leg. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, she got an arrow to the leg. Okay.
Which is really interesting. Like she totally like goes after revenge over her girl with the baby.
They talk about that in the after the episode. Like it's like she's like consumed by like that part of her takes over. Like that's
but they explained what happened to her family. So she's using her own personal experience to then mimic Ellie's motivation in a way, right? Like
who's using?
Dina talks about what happened to her family.
Yeah,
how they all got killed.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah,
and like. If the person was out there that killed her family, she would go after them. So clearly,
so she's like piggybacking off of that idea.
Yeah, she's using her personal experiencing and then making that.
So Dina reminded her about her revenge quest, essentially.
Yeah, and essentially, and this is using that.
Like, I know we're in love and we just like scissored each other back there, but don't forget while we're out here.
Yeah. I did think that one cool scene with Isaac, that black guy from the James Bond movies, and he's in
not enough scenes with him in this season. He's such a good fucking actor.
Such a good actor. His character's name's Isaac.
How do you get an actor like that and have him be in 2 scenes in 1 season? Like that, I don't
know, but I think obviously part of it is to show how religiously culty the Seraphites are, right? Because he's like he's literally torturing the shit out of him.
Oh yeah. Guy's fucked.
That guy's that's crazy.
Well,
and he blew
just
up a truck.
Slit him. Is he the Seraphite that split the guy in half?
He was talking about the torturing scene, but yes, that 100% happens out in the woods. That was
like they start hanging you and have a blade to you because and just disembowel you.
And then he takes out the buttons one by one and then disembowels him.
Yeah,
disemboweling someone is like
rough stuff.
It's gonna be the worst way to die.
Probably.
It
just reminds me a lot of Game of Thrones, right? Because so many people were disemboweled in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that's like very like.
But there's a lot of people that were just straight up hung too, like like that.
That's true.
That's a normal way to kill someone back in those days.
Poor Ollie. Poor Ollie. Okay, so she goes into the hospital to find Nora.
Yes.
She finds Nora, and then that whole thing was pretty sick of her chasing her into that other floor.
I thought that scene was open. So, like, here's what did Nora know when he was chasing her? Like, did she know about
that floor being spored? Yeah. Well, yes. Okay, yes, they did. But the elevators, just so you know, there's more going on here, but the elevators were sealed in the shaft, right? Like, you know how the elevator fell to that floor or past the floor, so you can get out onto that floor. The elevators were sealing the spores from the rest of that floor in the hospital. Gotcha. So now that the elevator is down, or what I suspect is now the spores can make the way through the elevator shaft. They did that on purpose. Like, that shit was closed off on purpose.
The elevator,
right? Michael, like, did she purposely? Why would she purposely run into a place where she turned into a zombie?
Yeah, I don't think she knew that.
Okay.
I don't think
now
she knew that.
I don't think. But I just remember the opening scene when the opening scene was talking about that when she was talking to that Asian woman who basically left her son down there.
That was a great scene.
Or they said, "Seal us in." Is she? At least some people knew that the elevator shaft or that those floors were sealed off because there was spores down there.
Yeah.
I guess
maybe which one was her son down there?
The Asian one. The Asian.
See, I'm just proving a point. Okay, just proving a point.
That Asian women have Asian children.
I don't. Poor people down there. When I said the thing about Severance about that being Miss Casey's daughter, I got eaten alive for that. I got destroyed. I got canceled for that.
Oh my god!
It took you 3 seconds to say the Asian one.
I didn't call him Ping though. All right, let's just call it spade.
Because I was already in a hole. I'm like, I'm not digging myself out. I might as well fucking get cozy.
He said, "What's his name?" I said, "Jesse." Ping. He says,
"All right, anyway, continue on."
Yeah. So So we're in agreement. Nora did not know that she was falling to certain spore death.
Okay.
But it's badass. She's choking on spores, and Ellie's just like stalking her and approaching her, and she's just like, "Going back to what you said,
did that elevator actually fall? I don't think it did.
The elevator fell past the entrance to the spore floor. So like if the spore floor is here and the elevator's stopping, like the area passing
but no. An elevator,
you don't think that
an elevator's not, there's no seals around the top of an elevator. No. It was just stuck in the middle, I think, so that you couldn't use it to get down there. I don't think the spores are going to go up. I think that's I feel like I don't know. I feel like it might. Oh, that's a hot take. That's a little cold. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't think they're good.
It may be nothing. It's just something that I'm just like, oh shit, that elevator's not sealed anymore.
I think it's more about.
Remember, they had that door that was all like bolted shut. Remember, like there was a door.
Yeah, but there was like chairs in front of it and shit. Like that's not stopping spores. You know what I mean? Something else is preventing it from going up higher. I don't know if it was the elevator shaft.
Oh,
I don't know what it is though. It's a good point.
But the scene of her bashing her with fucking whatever, a pipe.
So she was doing the same thing that was done to Joel, right?
Yeah. And that is a scene from the video game. Like that dialogue is.
So you control that? Like,
no, that one's a straight cutscene. I did watch that cutscene. That one's a straight. You wanted to smash the.
I feel like that's
button.
That you can hit the pipe button. Yeah. I don't want to be controlling someone getting serenaded. I want to be controlling smashing.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah,
totally.
A zombie video game.
Yes.
Like I'm playing a love song.
Anything stick out for the hospital episode that you guys
remember? Was that the end of the episode? Her bashing her in? Was that?
Yes, that was the end of that episode.
End of that episode. Yep.
So what else happened? Because she left the woods.
Oh no! The end of the episode. The end. Wait.
This whole recap thing of 3 episodes is not it. It's difficult to do. I like it.
I have a scene by scene.
We're taking 3 hours and putting it into a half an hour. Like it just doesn't work.
I have the scene by
scene. And I can't remember anything.
I honestly didn't care for the 2 of those episodes that much. Like I was like, eh.
I like the one with Nora. I like the one where she's chasing Nora.
Yeah, that was cool. But like a couple scenes of that were cool.
Tom's point. What else happened in that episode?
I don't know. I see planning infiltration, infiltrating, confronting Nora, and then torturing her. That's all I see.
I might have to rewatch that episode just to be like, oh yeah, that's what happened.
But at the last scene of that episode is Joel walking into her room and her saying hi. So it was setting up the flashback episode.
So let's just talk about that episode because
God,
that episode's recent. It's on my brain.
Masterpiece.
And it was unbelievable. Mm-hmm.
Masterpiece. Where do you want to start?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I just thought the whole thing was really, really, it was really cool. I like that they progressed each year going through, and it was every year was a birthday.
I thought that was really cool.
And also
really
seeing how like strong the relationship had gotten. Like,
we got to go full circle. Even the scene with Joel talking to his dad and preventing.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was the beginning.
That's the whole point of why Joel is a protector.
Yeah, and what's his name as the dad who plays what's his God? He's in Better Call Saul. He plays
Is he?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he's in Better Call Saul. He is also in Daredevil.
Yeah.
He has a white person name, even though he looks Hispanic. I'll get his name.
Yeah, that's one of the big. Kendrick talks about this a lot. Kendrick
Tony
Lamar
Dalton.
About, like,
Tony Dalton.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is like he talks about like breaking the chain, which is like just trying to do better than your dad did. And I think about this a lot. Just with the kids and stuff is like and it's hard. It's so because it's the easy thing is just to like kind of repeat what happened to you, even if it was bad. It's weird. It's a very weird thing.
Yep.
And then just like if you could just do a little bit better, like that's the goal. And if you do that over generations, then it's a progression, right?
It's the incremental. Yeah, incremental.
Yeah. So that was a great scene.
You know what's funny, and you saying that popped in my head is like. Obviously in AAs there's sponsorship, and like sponsors typically sponsor guys the way they were sponsored. Like you don't know any other way, meaning like your mentorship only is how you were mentored. So if your sponsor is really strict with you and like told you not to date in the first year, like all these things that they tell you not to do, like you're going to do the same thing basically. And it's so true. Like you'll wind up doing the same thing and that made me think about my dad for a second. Cause like, I know how my dad had it, and I don't know. I guess I could argue he did incrementally better, but it was still not good.
Most people don't. Like most people don't. Like that's an exception. Most people do not do better, and that's the problem. I'm
not sure. I'm not sure my dad did better either. I never met my grandfather, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But like it was such a good scene because he's like, dude, I'm not perfect, but I'm just trying to be a little bit better.
Trying, man. Yeah,
which is like so real. Like that was such a real scene. And then
you know what the incremental better in is that I didn't beat you and break your jaw because like that was his, right? So like you just got beaten, but I knew when to stop, or you didn't get it as bad as I got it.
Yeah,
like that was what we like almost had compassion for a character that beats their children because they did incrementally better than not breaking a jaw. When you think about it like that, it's very interesting to think about it like that.
Yeah. And then just, I guess and then Joel did the same thing, which I always forget. Like he had a daughter, right?
Yeah.
Remember the first episode, man.
It's like crazy. And then, I always forget that. But with Ellie's trying to, now she's older.
That kicked The Last of Us off with such a bang, just like the breakout and like his daughter getting killed, like while holding her. I was like, I feel that drew me in.
The first episode ever.
The first, that was like in the pilot.
Now Ellie got way older than his daughter was ever, right?
Yes.
Ellie was like 19 or whatever.
Yes.
So
yeah. I didn't know. I think we spoke about this. Is in that scene, Joel said that they could have made a cure. I didn't know it was definitive that they could make a cure.
Dude, so I was waiting for him to answer that one because that's the last question she asked him, and I'm like, I said it out loud watching. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know is the answer because you don't fucking know that. You don't know even if she told you that they could make a cure.
Sure.
And I'm pretty sure they even might have said like we believe that we can make a cure from her. Like they don't know definitively that. So for him to say anything other than I don't know is just the guilt that he's feeling.
Yeah, like, he's trying to err on the side of not lying again. Like he's trying to just be like,
overly. Yes, but being that that's the last question she asked him, I think he was just like, everything I did was wrong. So yes, they could have made a cure. How do you fucking know that? How do you know?
I don't know.
How do you know? Like
maybe there's context clues in the game where it was more definitive that we don't know as a show watcher, but I don't know.
All right. So like, did they find somebody who's immune from COVID and find a vaccine that way? No, that's not what happened. You know what I mean? Like there's all these different ways to develop a vaccine for something, right? They're not looking for someone who's immune to COVID to find a vaccine for it.
Yeah.
So like, how do you know that someone being immune to it is a way to develop a cure? Like you just don't know that.
I think
I think in the game or story logic, they had a better sense than just, hey, let's go into a brain and see if we could do it. I think
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, but like that's kind of like what you just said.
Yeah, but from the scientific side, like cordyceps is a fungus. Like if there's a virus, there's like antibiotic. There's other things. They don't know how to treat a fungus. I think that's part of the issue of why cordyceps was such an outbreak, at least as it pertains to the video game.
But yeah, so I mean, essentially, he's telling the truth. Obviously, I know that, but like, if it was me being
that's a good point
in that moment, I might have said like, I don't know. They said that they could. Yes, they said that.
Right.
Dude, Pedro is so good. Pedro is I mean, they both are. I still like Ellie's. I mean, Ellie's she's a good actress. Like she's really good. I just can't.
She's great.
No, she's great. I just can't get over her fucking face. I don't know what it is about it, dude. I just can't. It's so mean. I'm not a mean person.
I mean, dude, they've had how many people play Superman? Did any of them look like the one in the comic? No. Like it's an actor.
She just has this like a stink. I can't describe. I don't know. I just don't like it. But Pedro,
you want to see one that will really hurt your brain? Go look at Nick Cage as John Madden in the biopic coming up.
Oh,
I saw that. Dude.
That will hurt your brain because it does not look like John Madden, but it's like kind of looks like John Madden.
But the acting, dude, the acting in that scene it's so powerful. It's just so good. It's so good.
Yeah. So I went back and watched.
Go ahead.
Or no, I went back and watched the scene where he goes into the hospital, just like that 5-minute scene, and it's so crazy what he does. He just like shoots the doctor right in the face, head, like in 1 second. Like it was
no thoughts, no fucks.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
But I do like what he says to Ellie about that, and I think you could probably attest to this. You're probably the only one. He's like, you could never understand why I did it. You can never understand how much I love it. Like that's why I did it. And he's like, and then he doubles down and says he would do it again. Which
is awesome and true. Like
true to the character. Yeah, true to the core. Yeah, it's so true. Yep.
And that's another thing that happens between kids and parents is you don't understand their plight until you're way older or one of them, right? And like there's a million things that are not that extreme, obviously, but you're like, I can't believe you did that. And they're like, I did it because I love you. And you have no idea why, like that you can't even get on that level. So
I'm pretty sure I would kill somebody to save my dog. Like any of them.
I would too. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I would. Especially it was like an altercation.
I don't know if I'd shoot a surgeon in the head, but
that's maybe someone who was trying to kill my dog, but I don't know if I'd kill a nurse.
Just rampage, dude. Just like rampage a room, dude.
Yeah. Your dog is the cure for.
I gotta imagine I gotta imagine you get to control Joel in that scene, right? Just like fucking killing everybody.
Yes. You do get to choose who you kill in that moment. In that you do get to choose who you kill.
Oh, okay.
Or does he not? Maybe he doesn't kill the nurses. He just killed the doctor.
No, he does not. He didn't. No, some of the nurses.
Yeah.
I thought had a scalpel in his hand and started to walk towards him. If at least I know that's how it goes in the video game. You watch the scene. Like the doctor,
he's not.
I'm not saying he's attacking. Yeah, I don't think he's attacking him, but he's walking. He's approaching him with a scout. Okay.
He was like, hey.
He said, no. He said, hey, you can't be in here, right? Like, hey, what are you?
Yeah, but like, what's he? You could have just kicked them or whatever.
I thought Abby was going to be one of the nurses for a second. Like also still could be his daughter, but like I thought she was like there when it happened. So.
Oh,
yeah, that would have been.
Yeah. So what we thought season 2 was going to be like a summary of the second game, they've broken into 2 seasons. I didn't know going into.
That's true, but in the episode we also learned about the story with the fucking guy.
Eugene.
Yeah.
Yes!
which was awesome too.
Oh!
Wait, so that was pretty. I was like,
Dude.
Joel, that was not cool at all. So that
Not
was
cool.
his like. So that was his like dad side that is really bad. Like yeah, his dad was bad. You know, like that was not good at all.
He didn't do anything that wasn't gonna happen anyway, but like
he just straight up lied though to
he
Ellie.
lied.
Like that
He
was
lied for no
crazy.
reason.
He lied
Yeah.
and got comfort from the wife, like for being, you know what I mean? Like crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I love that she put him on blast for that though. That was sick.
Yeah.
That was so cool. He was like, "Yo, shut the fuck up."
You have to get out of the way.
Oh, jail, dude. Oh man, that was crazy. Yeah, I mean,
I really, dude. Imagine. Again, the acting fantastic. Joe Pantoliano, what a classic cast for that. Like,
was he in The Walking Dead? That guy? He was the old guy in The Walking Dead. Eugene? No, okay.
No,
he looks like that.
No, Herschel. Herschel was a different.
Herschel. Yeah.
Oh, Herschel. Okay.
I almost called him Hurl.
Earl.
A combination of Herschel and Earl.
And Earl. Earl. No, Herschel was.
I thought it was cool how she figured it all out though, like because like the way the look that she gave him when like he gave her when he was telling her that lie, and she remembers.
She put two and two together.
Yeah.
Oh, back to what
and
I
then
was saying,
like, like when that happens, because he said, "I promise" in this scene with, and I only know this because I watched a recap, but she says, "I promise." She said, "You swore," which is a reference to what happened at the end of season 1 when she's like, "Swear to me that's what happened with the Fireflies." And he said, "I swear."
I swear. Yep.
Yeah.
So she was letting him know that
that's the original discretion. Yeah. Indiscretion. It made me think like in that scene, if like you were bit and you knew you were gonna die, like I really empathize with Eugene. Like you'd want to go say goodbye to your wife.
Yeah.
Like if you have time, you have 30 minutes. Like it's like a ticking time bomb, right? Yeah. Where you're gonna start to lose your faculties.
But also, like no one seems to know like how long it actually takes and when.
It's still such a risk.
To know. Oh yeah, totally. Yes. But then I was playing the tape out, so like, okay, cool. Say Joel obliged him, and then he brought him home to like see his wife, and then you have to say goodbye, and then you know that I'm saying goodbye to go kill your husband. Like none of it's good, right?
Yeah, but like, what if they're
or what if Eugene's on? All right, so probably actually this is the solution. You put Ellie and Joel on the same horse, and you let Eugene ride the other horse, because I wouldn't want to have Eugene on my back. Be like, hey Eugene, how you doing back there? Like I wouldn't want that shit to be happening either. So
no, there's just it's too much of a risk. You're bringing a zombie into the fucking place, or you're outside, whatever.
Joel did the right thing. He just handled it the wrong way.
He just should have said like, we have to kill him.
Yes,
he's a risk,
Yeah.
and then not lied to her. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was it. I kind of like couldn't believe that he did that so cutthroat
quickly.
So like, no, just like lied to her. I realized he lied to her about the Fireflies for her life, but this was just like, I don't know. He was a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's something that not worth lying for.
Yeah.
Like just to like what, let her think that everything's gonna be okay. She goes against the horse. She comes.
No, he's just like hardlining. Like he's just like, nope, he's bit. He's like, he has to die. Like it's just like hardlining that stance.
Yeah, but
that and the lying. Yeah.
Yeah, and the lying.
Yeah, just like that is like a strict dad where you're just like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
So then at the end of the episode, she starts walking towards the movie theater, right? And that's
she's walking back towards the movie theater.
That's where we believe Abby is, correct?
Abby?
Oh, wait. Yeah. So did she get the location of her?
Yeah. Somebody said something about Abby being in the movie theater.
Oh, Nora did tell her where she was, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's maybe implied because she tortured her.
Someone said it somewhere, but I don't think Nora ever outright tells her no. I think she figured it out somehow.
Oh, because they're freely talking on the radios and shit because the Seraphites are Amish and basically don't use electronics. Yeah. They just speak freely as if no one's listening.
But that's how she found out Nora was in the hospital, not that Abby was in the movie theater.
Yeah, so. I don't remember if there was mentioned.
Look it up. Hit your little Google machine.
Look it up. How does Ellie know where Abby is?
Yeah. Nothing.
There's spoilers in here. I don't want to read it.
Okay.
It says spoilers, so I'm just gonna not read it.
Don't read it.
Christina's like, leave it on. I want to watch the recap. I want to watch the preview. I'm like, no, we're not watching the preview. And she like snagged the remote, and I was like, fine.
She hardlined.
Yeah, she hardlined it. I said, I'm gonna go fucking pee then, and get me out of here. And I just fucking walked away.
She was like, Danny, I'm not gonna watch it. I promise.
Yeah, she's like, no, go pee. We'll watch the preview when you come back.
Yeah.
She
watched the preview, and then
she rips the TV out of the wall. So there's no other way. There was no other way, Danny.
And then I watched the making of, and the making of. There were so many scenes in this episode that was right from the game, dude. The scene with them in the capsule in the
it's right from the game. Yeah,
right from the game. I thought that was all like
great.
cinematic. They did that for cinematic purposes, but that's
what about the T-Rex scene too? That's part of it.
Yep, part of the game.
That's
cool. The whole thing.
I'm on a fucking T-Rex.
So cool.
I can sympathize with that. That's definitely something that I'd like.
Yeah, that planet thing that they made that she can spin.
Yeah,
like they just made that. Like that was in the game. They just made it.
So like, you watched it. You watch what I'm talking about. I watch every one too after the episode.
The making of. Yeah, I watched the making of for that. Not all of them.
And then the preview's right before that though.
Yeah, I peed and then came back for that.
Oh,
I'm getting the hook.
Oh, the hook line. Oh, so yeah. So we have one more episode, one more epi. We got Squid Game. You're a Squid Game watcher, right, Tom?
Yeah, I didn't like the other season, but now I do because it's just like half a season. Like I didn't like it as a season.
Yeah, they filmed all at the same time though. It's all I think they
now
Squid
I'm
Game
back
season. Okay, Squid Game season 3. June 27th. So 5 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. I also have to watch Sinners, which I'm going to do this week, and then if Michael does watch Andor, that's something we could like recap the whole series.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sinners, Andor. Listen, Mobland guys, I think you might like it.
I've heard a lot of people talking about the show. I heard a lot of people talking
and about it. And it doesn't maybe doesn't sound like it, but there's a lot of stuff that we could talk about that you don't know what's happening. Like it's unpredictable. Cool. Like it's very, very cool.
Okay. I'll check that out.
Episode 9.
Yo.
Episode 9.
AB. Bye, B.